Hi there, I'm Lee and welcome to iMineBlocks. In this video I'll be sharing with you how to mine uPlexa on Ubuntu, Linux or a VPS. So I'm going to be going quite quickly through this today. I've only got a very short period of time, so we're going to jump right into it. So I'm going to be starting off at DigitalOcean. So DigitalOcean provide VPS products. So we're going to start by creating a new droplet. So effectively we're going to create a new server. And I'm going to create it with Ubuntu, and it's 16.4.5. So I'm going to select the cheapest option, so this is this $5 per month option. We don't need any backups, and I'm going to select the region which is closest to me, which is London. I don't need any other options, just one droplet. I'm just going to give it a name. So we'll call this CPU. So we've given it a unique name, and then we're going to click on Create. So it's going to take about 30 seconds to get it set up. Just whilst it's going, I just need to grab the IP address for it. We've already got a notepad open over here. So these are going to be the details for our VPS. So we can actually copy those across. If I close that down, and now if you open up PuTTY, so this allows us basically to create a connection to the remote terminal. So in this host name, I'm just going to paste that whole lot, so it's root at and then the IP address, leave the port as it is. If we select open, confirm yes. So now we just need the password, so I'm just going to grab that. It will be emailed to you. So just grab that password from our emails. We need to change it as well once we first log in. So just left click and then right click to paste it and enter. And then right click again to just confirm that the password. And then we enter a new. I think we screwed that up. And now we've entered a new password. So from here we are ready to install the mining software and get up mining. So pretty much most of it I've done it so it should all be on this one kind of single line of code. So I'll put it in the video description. I did make a couple of changes to it, so hopefully it all works as intended. So we copy and paste that onto the command line and then hit enter. And it should start running through everything that we need to do. So it's going to upgrade, it's going to install all the software and utilities that we need, and as well as building the miner itself. So you can do it all individually, but this is kind of like a one-line version, so it should run through everything and hopefully not get any errors. Okay, so our build process has completed, so that all looks good. So we're already in the uPlexa folder, so just confirm what's inside there. Sorry, just going to kind of back a step because I wasn't familiar with the directory configuration. So I just changed it to cd reg-upx because we just need to change the config file. So in here there should be a config file which is called this config example.json. So if we use nano config.example.json, and that will open that up. So this is a sample configuration file, so we just need to make some changes to it. So the changes that we need to make are, most of it's already done. You want to make sure that this huge pages is set to true. That's pretty important. You'll get the best performance. Your max CPU settings, if you are using a VPS, you probably don't want to use quite 100% because sometimes the providers will not be happy with you. Then we've got this pools option. So here you want to enter your pools details. I'm using hashing.center. and the port is 3333. So then we want to enter our wallet address. So if you've not already got a wallet address, see my other video and you can create one. So I'm just going to copy that from the notepad and I'm going to paste that into there between the quotation marks. So it might like click in the terminal, but just make sure like the full line is there. So that's fine. Now in the password box, you don't actually use password. It's actually used for a worker nickname. So we'll call this box, for example. Or you can call it, server 1, server 2. You can call it whatever you like. And further down is where you set your CPU threads. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. So in this instance, you'll see there's kind of like, this is ideal for like a 4-core system. So you've kind of got one core here with 2 threads, second core here with 2 threads, and the third core with 2 threads. So on this particular machine, I've only got 1 CPU, so I'm going to just run it with 1 core and 2 threads. So I'm just going to remove these other lines. And you just want to go all the way to the bracket. So on this last line, you want to make sure that you remove that comma, because otherwise it expects a core to be underneath it. And that's pretty much it. So I think that's everything. Just to double check. Yep, that looks good. So now we want to save it, so you press Control and O. But we want to give it a different name, so we want to call it config.json. And press Enter. So just confirm, yes, we want to save it under a different name. So now we can Control and X. So that's saved it. So now our configuration is set up as well. So to start the miner, it's /rig and press Enter. So then the miner will start. The one thing I can see here is that huge pages is not currently enabled. So let's just get the command. We shall enable that. So just going to break out of that. So this should enable or help us enable our huge pages. So let's just try that again. So if we start the miner again. So yeah, huge pages are now enabled. If you don't have it enabled, the miner will still run, but you'll get slightly less performance. So you want to run it like this. So here I'll just leave it running. With the previous machines, I think with a single core and 2 threads, I think it's roughly around about 250 hashes per second, something like that. So just while that's picking up, a few of you guys are probably going to ask about mining stats and the pull payouts and stuff. The pull payouts are done automatically. If you visit the website, which is hashing.center, and then if you go to worker stats and enter your mining address, you'll see all your worker stats, also the amount that you've earned over time, when the payouts have been made, and when you can expect more payouts from there as well. Okay, so getting our first sort of reported hashes in there, so it's around 290. So I think that was probably lower down a little bit, maybe about between 250 and 270. It varies depending on exactly what settings you use on the machine in terms of the CPU power usage, and I think I set this one to 90, so that's why it's a little higher than I expected. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching. Any questions or comments, post those in the comments area below. I'll be happy to help you out. I'll put all the links and everything that you need in the video description, and hopefully you get up and running mining uPlexa on Linux or your VPS. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.